Hi y'all, I'm Allison. This has just been it, and I'm going to use this little game to narrow down my entire little collection of books to just 6 to begin my pile of possibilities for November. These will be the books that I hopefully get to read through while playing my readathon game later on in the month. All right, are you ready? 6 spins. Let's do the first one. Number 5. Get this orange one back here. Nonfiction. Oh man, what a way to start. It's already November 8th, I think. And of course, I haven't begun reading. So starting it off with the nonfiction, that's a pretty hefty start. Okay, I am going to start off with The Wager by David Grann. This was on my TBR earlier this year, and I got a little bit of ways into it, but not far at all. So I want to give this one another go. It wasn't that I wasn't enjoying it. I just ran out of time. It's been a very busy year for me. Okay, so first book for November, The Wager. And this is obviously about a shipwreck, a mutiny, and murder out at sea. I checked. I only made it to page 26 last time, so I will restart the book from page 1. All right, let's replace number 5 with, got this green one, Two-Face, 2 or more POVs. And I'll use this if 5 comes up again. We had that in October. It was a Halloween one though. Okay, are you ready? Spin number 2. Number 22. We're going to go down further on the board. Doesn't seem like we get down here very often. And we get TBR Vet. This is the jar, which is the zebra. Or, no, doesn't say jar. I just have to pick a vet. So a book that I've had forever in 5 days. Or anything that I've had since before I started my channel. So, which was switch over to BookTube in, I think, 2021. Sounds right. Okay, this is a series I'm slowly making my way through that I've had for a very long time. It's part 3 in the, I think it was the Found series by Margaret Peterson Haddix, middle grade. Sabotaged is this one, and I believe it's about Virginia Dare, if I remember correctly. Yep. They're doing like time traveling, and they're going to try to return Virginia Dare to her original timeline. So this will go on my list. I'm excited for this. I only read the first book. I have 5. I don't know if that's the end of the series or not, but never read book 3 before. I've been feeling really run down energy-wise, so my brain's a little scattered. Seasonal. Okay, I wouldn't mind this one coming up again. So sad that Halloween's over. I barely read any scary books. Okay, let's try for our third book. Number 17. Got a green one, a classic. Oh, let me see if I can find a small one. You know, Agatha Christie, she's classic. But I'm going to check my Barnes & Noble classics first. I'm going to do H.G. Wells, get some sci-fi on my list, which I rarely dip into. The War of the Worlds, that mass paperback. I hate this size of book, but that's okay. Oh, and it's not going to be as short and quick as I thought, because of course the font is teeny tiny, as they tended to do back then. All right, at least this one's got an introduction and notes. Oh, it is a Barnes & Noble. Okay, I was like, I love my Barnes & Noble classics because of all the notations and footmarks and footmarks. Is that right? Footnotes. There we go. All right, anyway, War of the Worlds, which again, I'm not sure that I've ever read. I've watched a couple of different movies. And of course, I know the lore with the radio program where people thought it was really happening. It was true alien invasion. Anyway, let's replace that with no. Oh, it's no, the, or of in the title. It's that classic prompt. That one's come up a lot over the years. All right, we are on number 4. Number 7. May have noticed I didn't change my background back to black. Small town. I love small town books. Okay, let me see what I can find. There is a book I will need to get back in. Geez, what Jack is over here doing? Jack, you naughty kitty. I don't know which one was which. I'm going to assume the green one went here. And yes, hello, Jack. Thank you for trying to help. Okay, for Small Town, I think I'm going to move on in whatever the name of this series is. Pumpkin Spice, I don't know. Anyway, it's the Cinnamon Bun Book. Yeah, the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore. All it takes is a little bit of sugar and spice. So this is contemporary romance, small town spicy romance. And, oh, they're going to do like a scavenger hunt thing in this one. And I think we're going to have Grumpy versus Sunshine. So a secret message turns up hidden in the book, in the Christmas Bun Bookstore. And Hazel can't understand it. And as more secret codes start to appear between the pages, she decides to follow the trail of clues. She just needs someone to help her out. And that's where we're going to get gorgeous and outgoing fisherman Noah. So I guess it's not Grumpy versus Sunshine. So anyway, outdoorsy type. Alpha male, I would assume, and hope. Anyway, this will be my small town book. And I hope it's a good one. Do you see him? He just knocked the other one off. Little menace. And I just realized I was putting them on my TBR shelf. They don't go there yet. The bottom row seems to be offending Jack. All right, let's spin for the 5th time. Number 6, out of Jack's reach. Where'd number 7 go? Oh, I didn't replace. Okay, let's replace real quick. Unless that was more of Jack's handiwork that I missed. American Revolution. And that was our replacement one. But we want, yeah, number 6 is what I spun. So, alphabet game. Okay, last letter of last read equals first letter of next read. So that means this book will have to be read first this month. And the book that I last read and finished, I do have a couple going right now. An Ancient Witch's Guide to Modern Dating. A video for this will be coming up very, very soon. So we want the last letter. So my book has to start with a G. That's kind of fun. I don't think I've ever gotten this one. In case you're curious, I'm currently taking this one back and forth to doctor's appointments and stuff because it's easy to hop in and out of. Part 2 in the High Society by Allie Carter. But we're not counting that one because I haven't finished it. So I need something that starts with G. See where it's just staring right at me? The grandest game. This is where I am in this series. Because that's what I've started doing. I don't know. A little side note here real quick. This whole series just goes back here. It's kind of how I save space, running out. And then I just put the current book up front. And when it gets read, it'll go to the back. And then the whole line will pop forward. Kind of like, you know, little assembly line. Anyway, okay, there's an option. I'm a little chattier than I realized. A very diverse list. I was like, okay, what kind of books do I have already? I've got contemporary sci-fi, historical fiction, and nonfiction. Very Very diverse. I don't have a mystery. Mysteries are my favorite. I am going to do from the Inheritance Games, but this one starts like a spin-off series. And this is actually number 5 in the Inheritance Games itself with the, I guess, the main characters. And you know what? I'm not going to complicate. I'm going publication order. So that means I'm starting a new trilogy within that little universe, I guess. Because this one, I think, what is her face? Avery, that's her name. I think this is about how Avery, with the help of the brothers, what she decides to do with the money, after she wins the Inheritance Games. And they're going to set up their own game. 7 tickets, an Island of Dreams, and the chance of a lifetime. So I guess we're going to have Lyra, Rowan, and Gigi. So this might be from the perspective of the people who are actually playing the game. So the grandest game definitely begins with a G, and this will have to be the first book that I read. We're not going to count the High Society one because, like I said, I'm using that one as I pop in and out of doctor's offices and things like that. So this is book number 5. All right, let's replace that with miscellaneous. Short stories, play, or poetry. Not really into poetry. I don't have the patience to sit there and analyze it, so it's kind of lost on me. Anyway, let's spin for the last one, and we may do one more just to get a star up top. I don't know. $11. Set in other country. Okay, so I know I have. Oh, perfect. The North Pole is another country, and it's Thanksgiving. Mrs. Claus and the Trouble with Turkeys. So this is part of a Mrs. Claus mystery series by Liz Ireland, and I can't remember. I don't know, was it Erica or Lori? One of y'all got me hooked on this series. Absolutely love it. So much fun. Lots of mayhem up at the North Pole, and it's kind of violent and grisly, but not too much. It's still got the hijinks and the humor, and it's just everything. Good little mysteries, whodunit, typically murder mysteries. But I still haven't read 4th in this series. Third. Mrs. Claus and the Evil Elves, but this is my Sephirothon book, so I have to read it. And then this one will be going on because I really want to read this during November when it's Thanksgiving, because this is Thanksgiving centric. So excited by that, in case you haven't noticed. And those are going to be books 2 and 3 that I read this month. But that's just going to happen. I have to read The Grandest Game first. I can't forget that. Okay, you know what? Since the game was nice to me, let's go ahead and replace it, and we'll spin for a star up top. Because what's the point of those if we don't get to see them? And number 7 is going to be banned, which really doesn't matter because I won't be going down to the bottom again. Okay, we are spinning for one of the stars. Ready? That's between 2 numbers. I think before we said that I had to combine the 2, but I don't think that works on the stars up top. So I'm not going to complicate it. I'm just going to respin. We're going to do that. Whatever my rule was, if somebody can remind me for next time. Okay, so we got 5 and then single circle back around for 1. Speaking of rules, I have a whole new idea that we're going to be doing next year for a bingo maze. I can't wait. Okay, +1, add an extra spin. Okay, so I still didn't get, so it just means I need another book, which really, I don't know if it adds another spin because it just kind of washed itself out, didn't it? I don't know. Okay, we'll put another star up. Or do I have to respin for the star and then add 1? Because that would, I guess we'll just respin. I don't know. Well, we'll respin for the star up top because, you know, we still didn't get anything from it. It kind of washed itself out. Number 22. So if we keep looping, this would be 20, 21, 22. I bet you'd never guess how much I love playing this game. That's why I always add extra spins. And then when I'm done and I look at my pile of books, it's like, oh no. Okay, TBR jar pull. 3 pulls from any jar. Oh, this is fun. Okay, so I am going to pull 3 books or 3 papers from a jar, and then I'm going to put it up for a poll, and y'all get to decide which of the 3 books. That'll be fun. Okay, I get to pick which jar. What jar do we want to pull from? Haven't made a 2025 jar yet. Do I have to pull from one jar? 3 pulls from any jar or jars. I put it in parentheses. Okay, let's pull one from 2024. I'll pull one from here. And that book is going to be How to Solve Your Own Murder. Okay. Which is this puppy right here. Cozy Mystery, I believe. And this is one, honestly, I've been kind of saving to do a buddy read with y'all or to see if you wanted to do. Oh, okay. It's in 1965 and we've got a teenager. Frances Adams goes to an English country fair with 2 of her best friends. And her life takes a hairpin turn when a fortune teller makes a bone-chilling prediction that one day Frances will be murdered. So Frances spends a lifetime trying to solve a crime that hasn't happened yet. So this was one that, like I said, I've been kind of holding this for a buddy read with y'all for Stop and Start, because it seems like it would be so much fun to speculate our way through it together. I'm not even going to pretend that I can commit to a buddy read this year. Hopefully we can start them going back up in January, but November and December, it's just not, realistically, it's not going to happen. Okay, so we got this one. Let's pull again. Let's go with, let's pull a vet. My poor neglected vets. Let's see. One ran away. Okay, and we get, oh no, the complete Sherlock Holmes. Here's volume 1, complete Sherlock Holmes. I have never read any Sherlock Holmes. Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. Of course, I've heard of him. I've heard of Sherlock and Watson and watched the Robert Downey Jr. and Jude Law movies. Love those. But I have never actually read the books. I know my husband has listened to it on audio, and he is not a book reader, and he absolutely loved the audio versions. So if I do this, it would be the first one, which I believe is something about red. Lady in Red, is that what it is? A Study in Scarlet. I knew red. Kind of butchered that. And let's see. Let's do a Read But Forgotten. Okay, these are old vets that I have read before, but I don't remember, and I'm doing a reread to see if I want to keep them or not. This is a very small stack compared to the others. Okay, we've got, it's kind of fun. Maybe we should do this every month. It's just kind of a little short little thing. I just pull from the jars and y'all vote on which one. And as an added, that might be one of my extra challenges next year. That might be fun. Okay. Die For Me series, which was on my TBR for October, and I never got to it. Okay, this is my buzzword selection for violent words for October. It is a priority. Haven't read it, which I have a lot of books like that. So I don't know if we just do this one or if we have to add the second book. This is a trilogy. Girl that's grieving her parents. She goes out to Paris to live with her grandparents, and she bumps into this handsome boy who turns out to be a guardian angel. It's very heavy on grief, obviously. And I remember it being really good, kind of sad. It's romantic back in the day, but I think we'll just, yeah, my list is so ambitious right now. We're just going to go with Die For Me. We'll say since the jar brought it up twice, it's okay for it to count for buzzword and to be a poll contender. Y'all vote in the comments, okay, for which book you want. How to Solve Your Own Murder, which is a historical fiction cozy mystery, I believe. Then your second choice, of course, is A Study in Scarlet, which is the first book from the complete Sherlock Holmes by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, and I'm sure y'all are familiar with him. And then we have Die For Me, which I just told you about, by Amy Plum. So those are your three options, and you get to pick which one of these will be added to my TBR for November. And you know what? It's so out of control. Let's just go ahead and spin one more time. Why not? Yeah, I think I've admitted defeat with my extra challenges for the year. I don't know. We will see. I'm going to try and at least do buzzword and buzzword covers. I'm close on those. Okay, last spin. 14. Oh, which I had to do because of the +1. That's right. Okay, we get this yellow, and it is adaptation. So anything that's been turned into a movie, let me look. I should get something on the shorter side because I think all of my books are they're pretty hefty. Okay, I am going to go with the John Grisham, The Client. Absolutely loved this when it first came out. Unfortunately, it's another one of the authors that I had like all the books as they were coming out, and then during moves, I unhauled them, and I recently diving back into Grisham, and I will make sure I never unhaul them again. So it's been a very long time since I've read The Client, and does have a good movie adaptation. And I believe, yeah, this is the one with Mark Sway. And I think Matthew McConaughey plays the lawyer in this one. Love me some Matthew McConaughey. Anyway, this is so good. I think he's actually going up against the mafia. Yep, mafia thug. He's about to go to trial, and Mark Sway witnessed something that the mafia did. So this will be my last book for Just Spin It that is going on my TBR. Of course, now I still have to play The Sims, and I'll do Drop It. Just Drop It. We'll attach more books to the rest of my extra challenges for the year, and then we will play a round of Bingo Maze, which I desperately need. Look at that. Next round, we're supposed to do 48 hours. It's not looking good for this one. Okay. Don't forget to cast your vote down at the bottom in the comments for either How to Solve Your Own Murder, Study in Scarlet, Sherlock Holmes mystery, or Die For Me by Amy Plum, YA fantasy romance. Those are your options, and I can't wait to see which one y'all pick. And honestly, I think I'll be happy with any of them. Although I'm kind of wanting to save How to Solve Your Murder, unless y'all have already read it. So, okay. Hope to see you in the next one, and have a great day. Bye, y'all.